It looks like someone very poorly stitched on my highlight. Lovely. Hey there dreamers, it's me Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome here. I'm really glad to have you. Consider subscribing if you are interested in beauty videos, as I generally put out 2 per week, one Tip Tuesday and then one longer video per week. Generally speaking, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell next to it to stay updated with all the latest things from my channel. Some people have been letting me know in real life that they're not getting those notifications even with that bell rung, but please ring that bell. It's like the new subscribe button of YouTube. I'm not exactly sure what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm sure it'll get ironed out eventually. Today, I thought we would test out 2 different drugstore similar formulas of product. 2 different brands take on the same kind of idea, and I thought it would be fun. If you notice what is missing on my face today, you are especially on top of it. We need a little glow, don't we? Today we are going to try out both the e.l.f. and Revlon jelly highlighters on my face. And I'm excited to see how they do, how they face off against each other. If you are interested to see my thoughts, for the record, I have dry skin. At the moment, I have no powder on any of the areas where we're going to be applying this. I can't say I've ever played with jelly highlighters before. I haven't opened either of these yet because I wanted it to be a true first impression, since this is not like anything I have played with. Wow, okay. Very jelly-like on the e.l.f. one. Quite wiggly. Neatest swatch ever, I know. Try to hold your applause. This is the e.l.f. highlighter. I believe that was the lightest shade, at least from what I could tell. I don't know why e.l.f. doesn't really do swatches. They'll do like a smush of the product on a white background, but that doesn't really give you much context. The Revlon one is called Witchery, and I believe it was the second from the lightest shade, white gold, rather than a stark frosty white. This one is also quite jelly. It looks a little more glittery. I wouldn't describe the e.l.f. one as glittery. Oh yeah, this is much more of like a liquid texture as opposed to the kind of jelly consistency of the other. Yeah, that's pretty liquid. That could be really pretty on the highest points of the cheekbones and stuff, but I can already tell which one I think is going to be a front runner, but we'll see how they do on the face. Swatches do not tell everything. What I plan to do is use this very unique brush. This is the Morphe M461, which I don't particularly care for in most circumstances, but for liquidy highlighters, I find that this is really helpful. I'm going to use this and clean it in between with my Cinema Secrets because that's a very quick drying cleanser, and that way we're not cross-contaminating colors. Because I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm just going to kind of dip it in there and then kind of blot it off in the lid. I think just to be safe, I'm going to take off a little bit on my hand. Let's do it on this side. Oh gosh, that's really, really intense. That's kind of a disaster. Let's see if I can salvage this. All I can see are little zigzag highlight marks, which kind of sucks. Let's see if we can blend. I mean, barely. I put it on with the sponge. Yeah, I think it applies a lot more smoothly with a sponge. Should have gone with my instinct and applied it that way initially, but no complaints about that formula so far. I just applied it the wrong way initially. I mean, that's gorgeous. Using a different side of the sponge than I used for the e.l.f. side. That's really pretty. Not normally a glitter fan, but maybe if this dries down and stays in place, it'll be alright. Applying it with the sponge now, just for curiosity's sake. I actually prefer how this one goes on with a brush initially and then blending it. This one is more glowy seamless, and then this one is more party-like shimmer. I'm a fan of both, but they're different offerings altogether in my opinion. It's beautiful. Ooh, that is also gorgeous. I think both products are beautiful. They're just different textures and different finishes. e.l.f. one is far more metallic in finish, whereas the Revlon one is far more sparkly, glimmery in finish, at least in my opinion. It's more glitter based, kind of like if you were looking at the new Fenty Glitter Bomb. I mean new, it's probably 6 months old now, but this is a nice kind of compromise, and it's a nice way to try out the new kind of jelly-like texture that a lot of brands seem to be targeting these days. This e.l.f. one I think is really, really beautiful and can be done both subtly and really beaming, so if you're looking for something more diverse, I think this is the one for you. There are 3 shades available, I want to say, and I just think the application for this was a lot more seamless. Granted, it just didn't need that brush application. It would have been better just kind of sponged on with my blender. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up before you go. Share it with relevant people if you have them. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel grow. And I hope to see you in my next video. Keep dreaming.